between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They run. It's Foster. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. There he goes, left side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Foster. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second and a couple. Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the run, it's Foster. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Rosen. Finding Green complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Foster. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry?
I'm showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mariota. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got Smith here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now it's Rosen looking. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Open man here is Foster. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Now this throw caught left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is Foster. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now it's Rosen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Big stop, D. Big
On first down, here's Breida. And he's got Rome. Touchdown, Titans. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
12 at the 45-yard line.
49. 180. No chance.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, it's Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Come on.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Rosen will throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd and short.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A first down carry for Foster. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Let's get it together, defense.
They'll run here with Balazs. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And able to find Green. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again down here with Foster. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The tackle was by the Boston College product Harold Landry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Rosen. This is Hillman with it. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw it.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. First and goal, Foster. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Titans 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, Mariota. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Well, this one complete to Smith. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, it's caught. Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. Matt Breida with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Foster running left. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Let's go. Alert. Let's go. You tighten.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run it with Ballage. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He completes it to Boyd. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Breida. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, check right.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a big play there for Miami. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Foster. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, Clement. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got one. Mike's 50.
Throwing is Mariota. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Rosen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ringo.
Play fake. Mariota. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They find some open field here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Colby Lisenby. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll give left side, Foster. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 31. Check 31.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Airing one out for Boyd. That's going to be caught. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Pretty quiet.
Now Mariota. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Mariota now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
A carry for Clement. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing, Mariota. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.